Chris McNeil returning was unnecessary and honestly a waste of about 10 minutes. I will say Ellen Burstyn looks great for her age, but to return her for a monologue and to disrespect her character like that. Hey everyone, my name is Max Aaron James. This review of the movie The Exorcist Believer, written by Peter Settler, David Gordon Green, and directed by David Gordon Green. It is about two girls that end up being possessed by a demon and need to be exorcised. It's pretty much the first Exorcist, but double trouble. Someone thought, let's include twice the possessions, that'll definitely boost intrigue, but they never thought, let's also work on the story. It's another good versus evil Catholic messaging horror film that's trying to write off the success of a franchise that I would say most people now do not necessarily care about, especially around this time of the year when people just want to see a horror movie. There's no need to tie it to a already established IP. We have the two girls that are not the main characters, and honestly, them as characters is not very interesting, but that's not the point of these movies. The point is everyone around the character that is possessed and how they're experiencing it. We have the two white parents that we do not really know anything about aside from their strong faith or supposed faith, and the single parent father who is written very believable, the way he reacts, the way he takes care of his daughter, the way he reacts to what she does or does not do, and it is very normal and very regular, just an everyday person. And that is the issue. This character is boring. No one really wants to follow someone's everyday life because there's no interest in that. And Dad is in this movie as a nun slash former potential nun who has probably the most interesting backstory out of every character in this, and they clearly didn't see that because they wasted potential and gave her the least amount of screen time. Well, her and Okui, whose last name I'll put here because I do not want to mispronounce it, they were probably the most interesting characters, and honestly, Okui feels like she was kind of just put in here to do a full circle thing to what they used in the opening, which was a very unnecessary cold open. The only appreciation I could give to Green is that this movie did not exactly end the way I expected it. There is no tension, no eeriness, no actual build up to the exorcism. We just end up at the exorcism at the end of the movie. Quick spoiler here, they used McNeil for marketing and a underwhelming monologue just to disrespect her by poking her eyes out. I mean, that's ridiculous. The quality of this movie is not surprising considering Green gave us Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends just before this. And he defends Halloween Ends, by the way, by saying it's what he wanted to do, not really thinking about the business side of things, not thinking about the audience. It's very Kathleen Kennedy ish with that approach. Too worried about what they want to do instead of thinking about what makes a good story. So I don't expect much from Hollywood. He's probably going to continue failing upwards and given other IP that's pretty successful and established, helping him make even more money. Pretty disappointed on them trying to revitalize this franchise, them giving the directorial position to someone like Green, and with them allowing more people like Green to continue failing and continuing giving them opportunities while giving other people who do not necessarily look like Green one shot, and if they fail, then they just fall off. Maybe I'll make a video about that soon. We'll see. Until next time, y'all take care of each other, check up on one another, make sure you check up on yourself, and remember, potential has no limits.